The construct of your mind is breaking down. What you thought was reality, now you're in a completely different reality, and it happened so fast. I am out here, as I usually am, outside in the middle of nowhere, which is where I like to be. I love being around nature and animals. I wanted to talk to you today about the construct of the mind and how when times like these happen, they tend to break down. So what you're used to having in your life, video games, they're still there. But what about the NBA? What about going to Disney? What about being able to travel in your car and go shopping? The normal things that we were used to having are now unavailable. And I know that that can really mess with someone's psyche and their mind and make them feel like they are completely out of control. So that is why when these things happen, it's so important for us to go inward and find those answers that maybe we just really thought that we never had. In a time like this, it's forcing us to really take a deeper look at ourselves and a deeper look at our egos and the things that were important to us, or the things that we thought were important to us that are no longer important. And it's amazing when you get back to basics, when you get back to just having those basic necessities that you need to survive every day, how much you really don't actually need, and how we have completely taken advantage of this planet. Not that we shouldn't have freedom, because we are born with the right to freedom. We are born free, and we will always be free. Especially if you live in the United States of America, we're supposed to be what? Free, right? But as humans on this planet, just like any animal, we should exercise the right for freedom. Well, what does that mean when we're in a situation like this where we feel like our freedoms have been taken away? Well, nobody can actually take your freedom away. Your freedom of thinking, your freedom of feeling, your freedom of who you actually are. Every single one of us are parts of the universe, little sparks of the universe that have exploded off into these human bodies. And here we are on this planet Earth. And when you look at everything around you and how it's been in this matrix, in this plugged in 9-to-5 job, I've got to work, I've got to pay the bills, I've got to do this and that, or my life is over. It no longer exists, right? I mean, now we're waking up every day and thinking, what are we going to do for our sanity? What are we going to do to make sure that we are healthy? What are we going to do to make sure our immune system's right? What are we going to do to make sure our family is okay? Now those are the important things. It's not about the house and the car and in the big boat and the big mansion and in the corporate job of how much money you can make, because guess what? That can all be taken away in a split second, as we have seen. So I want you to think about that. Think about what is most important to you at this time in your life. I just read an article last night that heart attacks and strokes have been down. That means people have been dying to go to work. And now that we're home, there is less stress on the heart and on the body, because you're not stressing that you have to do this and you have to do that. We are put on this pause and we can't get out of it for anything right now. So take this time constructively and use it for the betterment of your health and your mind and your awakening, because right now everybody that is going through this either wants everything to go back to normal, the way it was, polluting the earth, doing this, that, and not, whatever. And then there's others of us that want it to be okay. We want the planet to heal. We want ourselves to heal. And right now we should all be healing those parts of ourselves that we didn't take those times to do. And we have no excuse but to do that now. And I know it's scary, but I also know that we're all going through this together, and that you're either going to fall down and it's going to be really hard for you, or you're going to get stronger and you're going to know more about yourself and what we actually are as human beings, and not just this bot that's forced to go to work. So who are you? The construct of your mind is breaking down. What you thought was reality, now you're in a completely different reality, and it happened so fast. I've actually been on a spiritual awakening since 2011. I remember I had the worst anxiety. I felt like nothing was working out for me. And I just sat there and said, look, whatever you are up there or around me or wherever you are, I need to know the truth. I am so tired of living this mindless life, this mindless 9 to 5, or, what we're meant to be happy about. Because the American dream is not, you literally have to be sleeping to want that, because it's not reality. Plugged in leaves you no time to really think about who you are, who we are, and what is important to you and what you can become. We're all energy. If you don't believe in that, look it up. It's scientifically proven that we are energy beings in physical bodies. So everything around you is energy. That's why you might feel a bad vibe from a person or a good vibe from somebody. I just hope that everybody's taking this time to really think about who they are and what they want for themselves, and what do we want on this planet together. Do we want to go back to polluting the earth and listening to the government only, and being told that you have to do this and you have to do that, and you've got to have this and that? What about if we went back to nature and we really learned how to take care of our planet and take care of each other, and not be so takey and needy, and come back as real awakened and enlightened people? Can't wait to get back to that old lifestyle. That I don't think that's coming back. We're not going back to that. There's a huge thing going on behind the scenes, and if you can't see that, I recommend, if you really want to know, to really dive inward, and then look around and see, is that what is happening? Because there are energies, just like we're energy, that don't want the best for us, and they want you plugged in, and they want you tuned out, and they want you out here. The news wants you to be in fear all the time. That's why I don't watch it. I will literally put the news on for 2 minutes a day. Okay, this is what's going on in my county. This is what's going on with this COVID-19 or whatever, just to be informed. But I don't sit there and engulf myself in it, because I know that that's only going to put me backward. So if you have any sense, now is the time to really look inward, to help your mind. And what we need to do as a collective consciousness, to come together and make a better plan for ourselves. We don't need the governments to force vaccines or to tell us that we have to do something. That's not what we came here for. And if you came here to do that, then that's your path. But I didn't come here to do that. I came here to be free. And I came here to be in nature, and I came here to help others learn that you don't have to be stuck in this hell that we create in our own bodies and our own minds. You can become more than that. You can be more than that, because you are more than that. You're not what others tell you. You're not who your mom told you, or the school system, or anybody that ever put you down. You're way more than that. And I hope that this message, makes sense to you, because I've been holding on to all this information for so many years, quietly, discovering things on my own and not really speaking up about much, because I like having that freedom of not being told what to do. And we all can do that. That's the amazing thing about it. We don't have to be stuck in this process of somebody else controlling our lives. So get unstuck out of fear. Raise up that happiness and that joy inside. Find out who you are. You're not who you think you are. Find out who you really are. Take this time to do that. Because when we come out of this, it's going to be a different world. So this is just a message of hope for all of us to come out of this together and to either go up and raise up that vibration and be happy and be that spark of joy that you came here to be, or be low and hooked in and told in a puppet, like a bot being told what to do every day by this system. You don't have to be that. So I'm gonna make more videos on this stuff. I just had to get that out. It's been about a week since I put a video up. I'll have some more music coming up too. I had to get a new camera. Obviously, the last video I did was really gritty, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna be doing videos, I wanna do it the better way. This channel is going to change a little bit. Let's be real, and not this facade of life anymore. That's what I'm for. So the construct of your mind's breaking down, just like the construct of the Matrix. This system we've been plugged into is breaking down. It's over. And we're going into a new place. It's either you go into a hellish place or you go into an amazing place, and it's your decision. Thank you so much for coming here. Subscribe below. I will see you on the next video. Peace, high vibes, always.